Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on wherever you guys joining us from today. Welcome to this special webinar collaborative between Youth Break the Boundaries and Nama Foundation titled Your Path to Study Abroad Scholarships in Malaysia and Saudi Arabia. So this event is a special collaboration, as I mentioned before, between Youth Break the Boundaries and Nama Foundation. And we are so excited to host this as a special program collaboration for Japan Youth Summit participants because the Japan Youth Summit is currently the ongoing program for the Youth Break the Boundaries and also for the Korean Youth Summit and Istanbul Youth Summit 2026 alumni as an after program session. We are so happy to have you guys here today. And before we move further, I wanted to remind you guys to maybe you guys can get into the comfortable position so that we can enjoy this session together. And also, if you guys can turn on your camera, please turn on because we should make this webinar more interactive and lively. And also, don't forget to rename your Zoom profile into name_country so you guys can know each other better and also we know you guys better also. Okay. And welcome everyone. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm Zarani Putri and I am part of the event team of Youth Break the Boundaries and I'm so happy to be moderating today. Okay, I see familiar participants here because since last week I am the moderator as well for the Japan Youth Summit pre-orientation. So welcome you guys. This is the special session for the participants of the Japan Youth Summit. Okay, so today's session will carry the theme Your Path to Study Abroad Scholarships in Malaysia and Saudi Arabia. And in this webinar, we aim to introduce scholarship opportunities available to international students, especially opportunities at Al-Bukhari International University at Malaysia and King Saud University in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And of course, this session, we will have a special guest from Nama Foundation. Maybe you guys not really familiar with that, but don't worry because we will introduce what is Nama Foundation and other stuff. Okay, and the special guest for today will share informations, of course, about the scholarships, including the overview of the universities and also the application procedures and other stuff. So please make sure you guys stay with us until the end because we will have the Q&A session later. So so you guys can ask to our speaker directly towards your questions. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys coming from different countries, but I am seeing a lot of you guys have not renamed your Zoom profile. So I want to remind again, please rename your Zoom profile into name_country. Okay, so I'm curious about, I wanted to understand the audience and the participants better. So I wanted to ask you guys, please type 1 in the chat if studying abroad is something that you are seriously considering, and type 2 if you are still exploring your options. Okay, I will wait for your response. 1, wow. Okay. 1. Okay, see a lot of comment. Oh, 1. A lot of you guys answered 1. So it's clear we have a room full of highly motivated future global scholars. That is exactly what we love to see at this webinar. And yeah, you're in the right place because today we are not just talking about dreams, but we actually wanted to talk specific and talking about the maybe like the roadmap of your dream. Okay, whether you are 100% ready to apply or just curious about what is the scholarships, let's just begin today's session today's insights on Malaysia and Saudi Arabia scholarship. Okay, so as I mentioned before, that you guys are in the right choice to join this webinar. We will diving deep into scholarship opportunities and to help us navigate the requirements, the application process, and other procedures. We have a very special guest with us today from Nama Foundation. We have here Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul. Hello.
Hello,
Hello
hi.
everyone.
Hi, Zarani. Very happy to be here. How's everyone?
Probably the moderator got stuck. How are you, Zaid?
I'm good, I'm good.
How is everyone doing? I hope that everybody is doing fine.
Then give thumbs up if you're doing fine.
All right, we can see our brothers have been giving up thumbs up. Cheers.
All
Okay.
right, do we have Zarani back there?
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Sorry. My
no
internet
worries.
is lagging. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Okay, we are so honored to have the all the people in Nama Foundation here. So we have Mr. Zaid. He is currently serves as the partnerships and PR executive at Nama Foundation. And together with him, we have Mr. Zul, Mr. Zulhimi Muhammad, currently as the head of program at Nama Foundation. So today, here with us, they will share insights about securing scholarships at Al Bukhari International University and King Saud University. But before that, maybe you guys can talk more about what is Nama Foundation, because maybe like some of the participants here doesn't know about the Nama Foundation.
Definitely.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Zarani. And thank you for the proper introduction just now. You have been doing a great job.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's learn or talk a little bit about Nama Foundation. Before we start, anyone here who has any idea about Nama Foundation, perhaps you can just type one. If this is the first time that you're hearing about Nama Foundation, please type two. Aha, interesting. Okay, it's always great for us to share about our foundation, essentially the organization that we are working at. Just to give you a little bit of background about today, the reason why we are having this session is because we would like to introduce you and to promote the partnership that we have with AIU, which is Al Bukhari International University, which is located in Malaysia, and also with King Saud University, which is located in Saudi Arabia. Before we delve further into that, which will be led by Mr. Zaid here, let us share a little bit about Nama Foundation. If you may share the slide, Zaid. All right, thank you so much. Okay, can we go to the next slide?
Can everyone see the slides?
I can definitely see it.
Can see, yeah? All right. And let's just let me move to the right.
Okay, so perhaps for us to better understand one another, I'll just share with you a little bit of context about Nama Foundation. Nama Foundation is essentially an international grant-giving organization, and we reside under the third sector. Well, some people might be wondering, what does it mean by the third sector in itself? So for the first sector, usually it is handled by the government. And the main purpose and the main mandate is to ensure that the well-being of its citizen is well taken care of. For the second for the second sector, it is about the corporates, usually the multinational, the public listed company, who are pumping to the economies of the nation itself. But for Nama Foundation, we are sitting under the third sector. So whatever it is that the gaps the government unable to fulfill and the corporates unable to fulfill, that's where we come in. And our main focus in capacity building and also education. So our establishment was since 2004, and we first started being established in Jeddah in 2004, and in 2016, we started our operation here in Malaysia. when we first started from 2004 until 2018, our countries of focus, there are more than 10. For example, like Lebanon, Palestine, Kenya, Turkey, Syria, there are more than that. Starting from 2019, we thought that, okay, it's good that if you were to really want to do great things and want to do good, it's best for us to start focusing. So starting from 2019, we started to focus on the three countries, which are Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, and also Tanzania. And we have launched the Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, and also Tanzania. Can we focus to the next one?
Next slide, huh?
Yes.
Done. On the way.
Yeah, so this is our focus sector, and essentially what we are discussing today is mainly about the empowerment of education. So for Nama Foundation, under the empowerment of education pillar, we have two main initiatives. The first one is the scholarship, which Zaid will be presenting about. And the second one is not only that, we also provide a 0% interest-free study loan. And this is dedicated for Indonesia, Tanzania, and also throughout the countries via our partner in Indonesia. And just to give you a little bit of background, I think for some people in Malaysia especially, when it comes to furthering the tertiary study, the tertiary education into the higher education, it's like easier for us to get access simply because we have the government and we have a lot of options for us to proceed and to apply for the funding. However, as we were made to understand, in some of the countries that we are working in, for example, in Indonesia, the situation is oftentimes either you get a scholarship, which we know is very, very limited, or you were born from a rich family, which your family is able to support, or the third option is you do not proceed with tertiary education. Because why? Because in Indonesia, the study loan in itself often been taken under the personal loan, which provides you or makes you pay around 15 to 18% of interest, which is a little bit too much. So we believe that as Nama Foundation, we feel that education in itself is supposed to be free for all. People should be able to have access to education. So that is why we come in. And our second pillar is the empowerment of the third sector. So this is the one that I mentioned just now. The third sector are the NGOs, the NPOs, the civil society organization. We assess them, we provide them with the capacity building in terms of the governance, in terms of their funding ability. And by the end of it, by the end of our intervention, hopefully, they are able to be sustainable in the long run. Because the problem with the third sector is that we cannot deny the impression and the perception that the public have towards the third sector sometimes is a bit narrow. So that's where we come in. We wanted to improve that in this sense. Next slide, Zain.
All right. Done.
Okay, so just to run you through our overall impact so far, since we have started operating in 2004, until last year, these are the numbers that to show our overall impact. If you were to see here, we have impacted more than 100,000 school students. In terms of the tertiary education, we have impacted more than 7,000 tertiary education students. Beyond that, we are not only working with universities and for the tertiary education. In our previous TOC, our previous theory of change, we also work with the schools. In school in itself, we have impacted more than 20,000 school teachers, leaders, and staff. And so far, Alhamdulillah, we have provided more than 3,000 student loans. And this is where we say that we are providing the 0% interest study loan. Next, Zain.
Done. It's coming.
Okay, so just to share with you, just now we mentioned that for Nama Foundation, our main pillar are one, empowerment of education, and the second one is the empowerment of the third sector. So under the empowerment of education, since then we have launched our global scholarships. of which since 2019 until now, we have more than 700 awardees. And these awardees, they are spread across Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and also East Africa. And of course, now with our partnership with Kinsap University, we are going to open a new region for us to be access to. And if you were to apply, and if you were to be selected into the program, then you would be one of among the pioneer to be joining us in this journey. Next slide, Zain.
Lisa, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
All right, so this is the study loan that we mentioned just now. So far, we have given out more than 6,000 beneficiaries. And these are the segregation in terms of their study levels and their programs. So we could see that the highest one that we have been supporting is in the health science, followed by social studies, which stands around 1,400 recipients, followed by business and economics, information technology, and engineering. So after this, Zaid will be sharing with you specifically on what are the options that you have with these partner universities that we have as well. That Zaid?
All right, done.
All right, so beyond that, when it comes to the sustainability of Nama Foundation, because Nama Foundation, we work as a third sector, right? So once we are done with the countries, for example, that we work based on the 5-year strategic plan. Currently, we are working in Kyrgyzstan, Indonesia, and Tanzania. But by the end of 2028, there's a potential that we moved on to a new countries of focus. So to ensure that our program, our intervention are all sustainable, so what we have done is we established our own organization in these respective countries. And they are known as NICE Kyrgyzstan, and they are known as NICEs. For example, we have NICE Kyrgyzstan, NICE Indonesia, and also NICE Tanzania. And these are the organizations that are working for the third sector empowerment. And we also have this EAI, Education Aid International, which is operating in Indonesia, which does the 0% study loan. Similarly with our organization in East Africa, in Africa Education Development Trust and also Tanzania Education Development Trust. Next one, Zaid.
Done.
Yeah, so this is one of the organizations that we have established, currently operating in Indonesia as the group, which is Net Global Impact. In terms of the branches, we have 3 branches in Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, and Tanzania. Next, Zaid.
Done.
All right, so this is our establishment, or rather the organization that we have established as well. For this one, Yayasan Education Aid International, this is the organization that manages the 0% study loan. If you are based in Indonesia or if you are based in any other countries aside from Tanzania, then if you would like to consider, then let us know if you want to apply for the 0% education loan. Next one, Zaid.
All right.
All right, so this is the last subsidiaries that we have under Tanzania Education and Development Trust, TEDT. For TEDT, it is currently operating in Tanzania. So far, we have given out more than 400 plus loans, and we have worked with total of 55 higher education institutions. So essentially, just to wrap it through, because I believe that is going to be my second last slide. Just to wrap it through, that for Nama Foundation itself, what we does is we provided grants in the form of capacity building, funding, and also scholarship. And what we intend to do in the long run is to ensure that all of the beneficiaries, those people who are benefited from our intervention, they are able to create the impact, the social impact to the local community that they have or they are working with. Next slide, Zaid. I think is going to be my last slide.
All right.
Okay, so this is one of the philosopher, I would say, one of the greatest, I would say, scholar in Malaysia, who recently passed away, I think 5 days or 4 days back. He has written a lot of book, a lot of, he has been referred to as one of the greatest mind in our current generation, greatest thinker. And he said that in Islam, the purpose of seeking knowledge is to ultimately to become a good person, a good man. So with this, with the partnership that we have, with you showing your interest just now, because I saw that a lot of people responding with one, ready to study abroad. I hope that your journey is being easy to you. All of the hard works that you have put on so far will be worthwhile. And hopefully all of us, myself, Zaid, Zarani, and each every one of us are able to contribute to the social impact that we wanted and essentially becoming the good person that we are, inshallah. I'll pass it over to you, Ms. Zahrani.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Zul, for the comprehensive introduction for Nama Foundation. Thank you so much. Maybe you guys can give a round of applause virtually for Mr. Zul by reacting in the Zoom. Okay, thank you so much once again, Mr. Zul. Okay, for next session, maybe this is most awaited from the participants to how to get the scholarships and to know more about the scholarships from the procedure and the overview of the university and other information. And we will give the time for Mr. Zaid to give the presentation. The time is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Zahrani, as well as my colleague Zul Hilmi, for that really great introduction about Nama Foundation. And hello, everyone. I see there's more than 58 people here at this, what do you call this? Webinar, right? So I want every single one of you to press those emojis, make me feel like overwhelmed by all these emojis, press smile or press laughing or press anything, just so that I can see some reactions here and there. Um, because education is something to be celebrated, because I mean, Brother Zohilmi himself just now said, quoting a great philosopher who just passed away, Prof. Nakib Attaz mentions that um, education is to create a good person, right? Not just a good citizen, but good person. So good person to become a good person, you must benefit good knowledge, and becoming better is something to always be celebrated. So what I'm here with you guys is that I want to share the two scholarships that we are currently offering at Nama Foundation. So as our brother Zul mentioned, that Nama Foundation has been around for almost 24 years. We've been around for a while. Alhamdulillah, I think we have given more than 8,000 to per scholarships to students studying all over the world, more than 200 countries as universities all over the world. But currently, we are focusing on our two current scholarships that we're really pushing, which is the Al Bukhari International University in Malaysia, as well as the King Saud University in Saudi Arabia. Both are fully sponsored scholarships that we are looking not just for undergraduate, but as well as for postgraduate. So whether you are a high school graduate or you are a bachelor's graduate or you are a master's graduate, this is for you, right? So I'll start first with Al Bukhari International University. But before that, I want a raise of hands for those that are looking for undergraduate scholarships in this video call right now. All right, I see there's one person. Is there anybody else that's currently looking for um undergraduate scholarships here at this video call? Okay, so it seems that most here probably you guys are postgraduate studies perhaps, right? No worries. Nevertheless, I will still share about Al Bukhari International University. Um, let me just. Oh, there's another person. All right. All right. So a bit about this university. As you can see, Malaysia is smacked in the middle of Southeast Asia. There's the Borneo side and there's the peninsular side of Malaysia. And Al Bukhari University is actually in the peninsular part of Malaysia, which is actually known as the oldest state in Malaysia and the oldest continually existing sultanate in Asia, actually. It's been around for more than 900 years since the era of Parameswara, Morong Mahawangsa, if you've heard of it. So the Sultanate of Kedah are directly descendants from them. And it's actually in the north of Malaysia, right? So in the north of Malaysia, we have Al Bukhari International University, which was founded in 2010 by a Malaysian philanthropist. His name is none other than Said Mukhtar Al Bukhari, which through his foundation, the Al Bukhari Foundation, one of the richest men in Malaysia, Muslim men in Malaysia, he started a private non-profit international university located in Alustar. Currently, it has more than 2,500 students in Al Bukhari, and all of them are fully sponsored students. And it is one of the most international universities that you can find in Malaysia. So in this university, 80% of the participant or all the students of this university are international students. And they come from more than 160 countries. So you find everything: Thai, Laos, China, Africans, Europeans, Americans, Papua, everything, just name them, right? And only 20% are actually local Malaysians. So it's a really great opportunity for you guys to really expand your network, right? It's almost impossible for us to know that many people from different countries in one go, right? So the university is a fully residential campus with modern facilities. Um, and Nama Foundation as well as Al Bukhari are co-joint offering this scholarship together to give students opportunity to study their fully undergraduate studies here in this
Soalnya
university.
ini tuh baik, sayang sama orang tua.
Please make sure you mute your voice, please, so that we don't distract other participants. Next slide is just going to share with all of you why the location matters. I mean, Malaysia is known as one of the Asia's major education hubs. It's a very safe and politically stable country. English is widely used in higher education here in Malaysia. It's very close to you guys if you go in Indonesia, Thailand, or Singapore, and it's very easily accessible through flights across Southeast Asia. From Indonesia, Medan is only 45 minutes away, actually, not 1 hour, and Jakarta is like probably an hour 30 minutes away. So it's very, very close, right? So it's very convenient, especially for Indonesian students. Um, it's a very interesting campus to be in because it's actually in the north. It's a very peaceful state with very low living costs compared to Kuala Lumpur, which is a place full of distractions here in KL. It's very close to tourist destinations like the very famous Langkawi Island with the eagle patung, the eagle what's patung, huh? Statue, the patung statue. The eagle statue in Langkawi, which shows the very rich Malaysian heritage there in Kedah itself. So there's many. Penang Island is also just an hour away. I'm sure guys are probably familiar with Pulau Pinang or Penang Island. So there's quite a lot of stuff there as well. So the university is five-star facilities offering in the university, fully sponsored. So they have a five-star gym for the scholars to use. They have a five-star library and study spaces. They have lecture halls that are state of the art. They have sport and recreational facilities, their cafeteria, they have student lounge, Wi-Fi, computer labs. Student life in AIU is really good because the residential student accommodation is actually really nice. I think it's just two people per room, and they have so many cultural and international festivals going on there. A lot of community engagement activities, academic social development programs, and a lot of encouragement for the students to interact not just with each other from different countries, but also with locals in Malaysia itself. So you can see at the top left corner, that's the accommodation room. That's the gym in Al Bukhari, and that's like the open area where they sometimes do iftar there. Actually, we just had iftar there a few weeks ago, and down there is the library. Next one. Just gonna share with you guys for the undergraduate studies. These are what Al Bukhari is offering. They have bachelors for pretty much all the famous bachelors out there. They have bachelors for business and social studies, whether it's about marketing, HR, computer science, social development, finance, or politics. They have it there. So you guys should really try to apply for these ones. They also have education, human sciences, which is for early childhood education, elementary, media, and comms, right? They also have computing. So they have data science, computer science, which are very highly sought after jobs or graduates nowadays, as well as Center Foundation Studies, as you all know, is very important. Your pre-U, right? But we also offer postgraduate studies in Al Bukhari. So if you've graduated with your bachelor's, you can also apply to us. We have master's coursework in social business. We also have master's by research, which is master's of business management, master's of education, and master's of computing. Both are duration 1.5 to 2 years and 2 to 4 years.
Enggak.
Again, reminder, please ensure that you do not turn off your speaker. We don't want to distract other participants. Thank you. Next is the Doctor of Philosophy by Research. We also offer PhD courses here in teaching and training, education, management, as well as computer science, which is a 3 to 6 year program. All right. So just a bit of a rundown for why AIU is a good option for you. AIU is an international environment, very, very international. It's a very strategic location in the north of Malaysia, very peaceful, not many distractions there. You can focus on your studies. It's affordable living cost, holistic education. The campus is absolutely beautiful, as you can see in the pictures. The campus has many faculties. Each faculty is built designed by different architecture of different part of the world. There's Samarkand, there's Istanbul design, there is Malay traditional design, and many, many designs. There's also career opportunities for internship, industry collaboration, student entrepreneurship. So AIU is known for its student entrepreneurs. So they have a student center. If you look at the top corner, the top picture is actually the student center. So that's not a faculty, yeah. That is a student center. So that student center is actually where the students actually can sell or start businesses, and some students have their own tailor, their own gaming, their own cyber cafe, their own cafe there, etc. So you can earn by yourself, and the university really support these initiatives. And finally, our scholarship for undergraduate cover tuition fee support, accommodation, EMGS fees, as well as your monthly allowance. And scholarship opportunities for postgraduate is tuition fee support, accommodation, EMGS fee, monthly allowance, and flight ticket. But for now, the AIU or Al Bukhari scholarship for the postgraduate is only open for Indonesians at this moment. But actually, I would say that both of our Al Bukhari International University is offered undergraduate and postgraduate mainly for Indonesian, Tanzanian, as well as Kyrgyzstan nationals. All right. But don't worry. That doesn't mean that if you're not from these three countries, there's no opportunities for you. We have another university that can be for you as well. All right. Um, so I'm just gonna share a bit about some of the scholars from Al Bukhari that have shared with us. This is a friend of mine, Muhammad Fatir. Um, So Muhammad Fatir is a graduate that's just graduated last year. You can just read a bit about, what he says. He says that his experience studying in the university guided his principles to carry forward, because the university teaches a lot about adab, akidah, akhlaq, amanah, and amalan. And these values continue to guide him through accountable, proactive, and courageousness in serving others. He was able to learn alongside peers from more than 60 countries, allowing him to gain invaluable international exposure and, more importantly, a global family. AIU ensured that every student grew not only academically but also personally and professionally. So he had a really great time, and I know him personally, and currently he's working actually. Straight away got a job right after his graduation. Next, we have one of the Nama scholars as well, Ahmad Daffa. His during time at Al Bukhari was really good. He had a great time mixing around with many people. He was very active in the extracurricular as well, and currently he's a married man with a working job as well. So, so very proud of him, Brother Ahmad Dafa. Next is our sister Tri Haryati. So studying bachelor's in human resource. So, for her, she said that it was the first time for her to study overseas. Was not easy for her at the beginning. However, even though far away from home, she found another home in AIU. And at AIU, she met many people from different countries and cultures. And instead of culture shock, she actually felt grateful because it opened her mind and made her realize that the world is much bigger place than what she knew in Indonesia. The environment at AIU is also very supportive for learning, being away from a hectic life and crowded cities, helped her focus more on her studies, personal growth, and it really helped her to grow academically and personally. So that's just sharing a bit from our alumni that I just brought to you, Nama Scholars. Next, I'm going to move on to our next part, which is our second offering. And remember, for Al Bukhari International Universities, we're currently only offering it for Indonesian, Tanzanian, and Kyrgyzstan. But for King Saud University, which is actually the top university in Saudi Arabia, we are offering for all nationalities, but only for postgraduate studies. So only for those that have graduated their bachelors. All right. Please take note on this one. So King Saud University is actually one of the top universities in Saudi Arabia. The number one or number two, it always goes up and down, right? So was founded in 1957. It's the first university in Saudi Arabia, actually, to be honest. It's the first one that was built because it's named by the first founder of the kingdom, right? So it was located in Riyadh in the Najat region, which is where the founders of the Saudi family is from. It is a leading public research university offering programs in engineering, medicine, computer science, business, and many other fields. According to the 2026 QS World Rankings, the university is ranked 143rd globally, all around the world. So KSU or King Saud offers students from many countries and provides modern facilities, strong research, and international academic environment. So are you ready to dive deeper into the opportunities that you might have here at King Saud University? If you are, please give me more emojis so that I can know whether you guys are excited to know more or not. Or else I'm just gonna stop here, because I want to see emojis. Give me those emojis, guys. We only got 4. I want at least 10. All right. Okay, we have 6. More. Give me more emojis. We have 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go. Let's continue. Thankfully, you guys are cooperating, or else I'm just gonna stop here. So, a bit about King Saud University is that of course, it's from the Riyadh in the Najat region. It's one of the largest cities in the Arab world, in the Middle East. And it's actually known as a center for education, research, and innovation. Many international students study here from Asia, Africa, and Europe. Important distances, it's not in the Hijaz region of Saudi Arabia. It's in the Najat, means it's in the north of Saudi Arabia, of the peninsula. So it's around 1.5 hours by flight from Mecca and as well as Medina. But students usually often these holy cities during weekends, Umrah seasons, or holidays. All right. This is the campus of King Saud University. MashaAllah, I think it's quite beautiful. I mean, being it's very accredited university, right? You can see those men there celebrating, probably during a graduation, or an event there. So this is the campus, how it looks like, kind of like a modernish Islamic architecture. Sharing a bit on the student life there. To be honest, the facilities in this university is quite similar to the university offered in Al Bukhari. The facilities are very top notch, 5-star. And the benefits that you can benefit from this university is that it has very modern campus facilities. The libraries and research centers are great. Sport facilities are also there, and gyms. International student communities are everywhere, as well as cultural and academic clubs. So the campus provides a safe and supportive environment for international students, especially many from Indonesia or other countries as well. Okay. So So I'm going to share the courses offered in this university for postgraduate, both masters and PhD. For engineering disciplines, we have electrical engineering, for as well as industrial engineering in PhD and masters, as well as mechanical engineering. So there's three courses offered for engineering disciplines. Okay. Next is for computer and technology related disciplines. We have masters and PhD for software engineering, computer engineering, IT and information system, data science and AI, as well as computer science, which I think these are very, very in-demand courses nowadays. So even though you don't come from this background, I think it's something that you can definitely consider. All right. Next is this is very important for you to take note. Please do take note. The requirements are quite strict. So the requirement for academically has to be minimum very good academic standing. If I'm not mistaken, I'll reconfirm on this one, but it should be 3.2 and above or 3.0. I'm not too sure. I have to check back on this one. It's either 3.0 or 3.2. If I'm not mistaken, it's 3.2. A relevant bachelor's or master's degree, whether you want master's or PhD program, as well as you must meet the language proficiency requirement of the language TOEFL or IELTS is required. Medical fitness and criminal record clearance is very important. It must be required. Authenticated academic documents, and also you must be a non-Saudi national and not residing in Saudi during the time of your application. All right. Please take note on this one. I'll just give some time for you guys to maybe take a picture of it. All right. So now next, again, why choose, right? This one I think I mentioned just now already, so I'm gonna skip this one. And yeah, so I think that is all for my sharing about the two offerings that we have at Al Bukhari as well as at King Saud University. Again, we really encourage all of you to apply. Inshallah, may it be easy if it's meant for you, whether it's undergraduate or bachelor's or master's or PhD. Do try to apply, and remember, if it's not meant for you, try to share it with those that are deserving as well. Okay, it's very important that we try to bring this benefit to more people so that other people can benefit from this opportunity as well. And now, I'll pass it back to our sister Zahrani. Over back to you, sister. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Zaid and also Mr. Zul for presenting such an really, really insightful information for us today. Can you guys please give a round of applause virtually here for both of our speakers? Thank you once again for Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul. So we gained a lot of information about Nama Foundation and also the two scholarships that is in the AIU for AIU and the King's. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I hope that information will give you guys gain like a knowledge about the scholarships and of course the Nama Foundation and a lot of things here. Okay, so before we move into the Q&A session, because I see some of you guys are asking about the scholarships, we have to take a photo first, okay, virtually. So I will wait for you guys to turn on your camera and prepare your best pose so we can take photo together. Okay, I will wait for you to turn on your camera. Okay, so currently we have more than 60 participants here. Wow. Okay, I see a lot of you guys haven't opened your camera yet. I will wait for you.
Let's go, guys. Let's show our faces.
Yes.
Because we might never be able to meet in real life, right? At least we get to meet or see faces online.
That's right. Okay. Is the operator ready to take the photo? Okay. I think we'll just take the photo now. I'll count in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Once again, 3, 2, 1. Maybe from Nama Foundation you have like special pose or anything that we
think
can
Zul
follow?
has a special
I
program
haven't
department.
thought of it. Is it like now? No.
I don't know. Like this.
Okay. Okay.
Let's use the YBB one. How's YBB?
Oh, I don't really know.
Also don't
Sorry.
have.
Sorry,
Allah
Mr. Ali.
Ustad.
Okay, so that will be our
Okay.
mission after this. We need to find our own
Okay.
sign.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough for the photo session. We already took a screenshot for the photo session. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
everyone. If you are able to turn on your camera for the rest of the session, that's really great. But if you can't, that's also perfectly fine. Okay, so yeah, we have already listened and um, know about the presentation from Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul about the scholarships and the Nama Foundation. So we will move to the Q&A session. Perhaps you guys have a lot of questions regarding to the presentations. But before that, maybe I will ask first. After that presentation, which country you guys have more interested with? Maybe you can type Malaysia or Saudi Arabia in the chat Zoom. Okay, I will wait for you guys to write Saudi Arabia. Okay. Saudi Arabia, wow. Maybe I think that's because for the first university, first campus is only open for certain nationalities. Yeah. And the Saudi Arabia one is open for all nationalities. Maybe that's one of the factors. Okay. Wow. Malaysia, there's also a lot of you guys answered Malaysia. Okay, thank you. Okay, wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for for responding my questions. Before that, I wanted to remind again that this session is also a pre-orientation for Japan Youth Summit 2026, but this is the special one. So for this week, including information about the scholarships and for international students. So as already mentioned in our Instagram, Japan Youth Summit pre-orientation roster, we have this event as a special pre-orientation for this week, Japan Youth Summit pre-orientation. Okay, so now we will have the Q&A session. So if you guys have questions, please ask it through the chat Zoom, or you guys can directly raise your hand. Okay, is there anyone who wanted to ask? Oh, I see one questions in the Zoom chat. Wait. Okay, from Ahmad Bilal Al-Maghribi. Assalamualaikum, Mr. Syed Zaid. You explained before that Al-Bukhari also provided PhD program, but on Nama's Instagram, I saw Nama only will provide scholarships for 3 master programs. I just want to confirm, will Nama scholarship also cover PhD program at Al-Bukhari?
Okay, thank you so much. What's the name of the person that asked the question?
Ahmad.
Ahmad, Jazakallah, Ahmad. Good question, actually. I would say that for now, we do have, but we're not focusing on it too much, meaning that if there is an exceptional student that applied for it, we might consider it. But for now, we are focusing more on the masters, especially undergraduate in Al-Bukhari. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the answer. Hope it answered the question from Ahmad. Okay. So maybe before we move to another question, is the presentation that you guys presented before is provided to all of the participants here? Maybe you guys can share the link or any kind of publication for the presentation slides. because some of the
To
participants
us?
here
I don't know.
ask for
That
the
one have to ask Zul.
presentation
Yeah,
slides.
I think we can just share the PDF version, Zai. Yeah. Later we'll drop in the chat box.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, is there anyone who wanted to ask regarding to the scholarships, perhaps, or the Nama Foundation? Okay, so we have one question from Aisha. Mr. Zaid, how many scholarship recipients are there at AIU?
Allocation for Nama Foundation, is it?
Yes.
Um, Actually, we give a lot to AIU. I don't know, Zul. Is it okay to share the quota?
The quota per se we cannot disclose. However,
Mm.
currently in AIU, I think we have more than 100
Yeah, we have more than
yeah,
100. Yeah,
students that
yeah.
we have sponsored there.
Yes. So, try to apply. Inshallah, if your risk is there, then
That is
you'll
true.
definitely be one of them. Yeah.
And I think the best part about AIU is the fact that you'll be mingling and you'll be surrounded by the people of different nationalities. We have people from Pakistan, Egypt, Jordan. These are all interesting people that, that you can have the opportunity to mingle with.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Have it answered your question, Miss Aisha?
You can ask follow-up questions also if you
Yes,
like.
absolutely. You guys can ask a follow-up questions if there are any.
I
Okay.
think Miss Anene, Namdi Anene, she has a question pertaining to the letter of invitation.
Oh, okay. Good morning from Nigeria. What are we supposed to do with the letter of invitation, etc.? Are this question related to Japan Youth Summit or the scholarship one? Okay, while I'm waiting for the answer from Namdi, we have follow-up question from Ahmad. Is it possible to apply both PhD at Al Bukhari and KSU?
Yeah, definitely, no problem at all. No worries at all. Definitely can.
Yeah.
The previous question was what again, Sister Zahrani?
Letter of invitation, but I think this is real. The question is related to the Japan Youth Summit that the Youth
Oh,
Break the Boundaries had ongoing program.
okay, all right.
Okay, so okay about Japan Youth Summit. Okay, maybe another team from the Youth Break the Boundaries can answer the question through chat or directly answer to the Zoom. So here I have the questions in the personal chat from Yusra. Can we apply on English proficiency letter other than IELTS in King Saud University for PhD if we have our previous education in English medium?
If your previous education is already English medium, I think still need the TOEFL or IELTS. Yeah, still need because it will be easier for you though actually to pass it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hope it answered your question, Yusra. Okay. Um. All right. Is there? Oh, this we have from Rizky. Is there an age limit as a requirement for a PhD scholarship? And is the IELTS or TOEFL is a must? The second question from Andre.
Ah, the s- the let's see. I think the first one, the second one, I think yes, is a must. The first question was just now.
Age limit for the
Okay,
PhD.
PhD no, PhD there's no age limit. But for the undergraduate there's an age limit. Undergraduate for Al Bukhari University is only for age 17 to 20 for undergraduate bachelors. Yeah, but for postgraduate master there's no age limit.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Has it answered your question, Rizky and Andri? Okay, maybe you guys can also ask your question through raise your hand and directly ask to our speaker here. Okay, thank you so much also for asking your question. Okay, is there anyone who wanted to ask? Because I think it's better when someone directly asks through
True,
unmuting themselves, right? Yeah.
true.
Okay. Here we have from Aisha. What is the process for obtaining the scholarship? Is the process the same as that for undergraduate students?
Mm,
I think this is related to this is the follow-up question from Aisha about AIU.
I see. Same process, I would say. The process will be that you apply to Nama Foundation, and then we would screen you, and we would evaluate and everything, and then we would send your application to our partner, Al Bukhari, and we would recommend you, and we would apa? If you pass through our interview stage, we will recommend you, and then Al Bukhari will call you for another interview, at for Al Bukhari, bachelors, and they will make the final decision from their interview for you to receive their scholarship or not. And the intake will be in October. So you have quite some time to prepare yourself and everything within those months. The starting period of your education, if you're selected, will be October to be in Malaysia.
Okay. Has it answered your question, Aisha? Okay, while we're waiting for the answer, this is also a question from Andri. Is there earth science or mining engineering at KSU or AIU?
Definitely, sadly, actually,
Mm-hmm.
quite sadly, no.
Ah.
Especially AIU. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. So
yeah,
I take notes from the presentation. So, like from the KSU, there is engineering disciplines and computer and tech disciplines, right?
correct,
Okay.
correct.
So, what is the most like highly um registered by the students or the scholars
Scholars, eh?
in
I would
KSU?
s- KSU, I would say definitely it's the computer science subjects like
Mm-hmm.
AI, apa lagi, information system or data science, right? Quite a lot of people are interested in that one. Yeah,
That's very interesting because yeah, we have high demand related to the computer and technology currently.
exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is from Malik. Is this for Malaysian only or accept international student also?
Uh, International student from Malik is from where?
Yeah, maybe you can answer, Malik. Where are you from?
Oh, Malik is from Indonesia. So
Yes,
you're asking for AIU or for King Saud?
KSU.
KSU. For KSU, it's for all nationalities except for Saudis. So Indonesia is accepted.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Malik, for asking the question. Next, we have from Ahmad. Seems like Ahmad is have like an high
Lo
excitement.
okay.
That's
Lot of
really
question.
cool. That's really great. May we know how much ringgit or rial living allowance for both country, Malaysia and Saudi Arabia? Is it the same for BSc, MSc, and PhD?
Okay, let's see. MashaAllah, Ahmad. Maghribi, you're Maghribi, Mizian Bazaf, yeah, Ahmad. May we know how much ringgit or rial living allowance for both country? Is it same for need? All different. as for Malaysia, because the cost is not so high. So if I'm not mistaken, this is quite is written on the website as well. Actually, it should be around 350 to 400 allowance for Malaysia, because food allowance is provided, accommodation is provided. This is separate, right? This is for Malaysia. For King Saud, that one, it has not been announced yet, but it will be similar to Al Bukhari in a way that the food is covered, accommodation is covered, is mostly for extra funds. But we don't have the number yet for the King Saud, because actually this is the first year that Nama Foundation will be sending students to King Saud University.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Thank you so much for the answer. And I hope it answered the question from Ahmed. Okay, next we have from Riz Fahriya. She asks, can we apply for master degree if we already have one?
If you ask me, preferably no. But Zul?
We will still open the application for you to apply. But again, it goes back to your preference. I would suggest go for the PhD instead of masters, since you already have a masters. Perhaps something to consider.
Okay, maybe question from Riz. Maybe Riz can explain more about his concerns maybe and stuff. You can ask a follow-up question. While we're waiting, this is another question from Aisha. Are there language classes for master's students too? Because in previous slide, the study period for a master's degree in education is 4 years.
Yes, there is a language course, but usually our master students wouldn't join the language course. Usually it's only for undergraduate. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the answer. Hope it answered your question. Okay. From Muammar Darda, do KSU and AIU offer a master program in veterinary science?
We do not. But they probably do in other, but it's not under our scholarship.
Okay. Thank you so much for the questions from Muammar. Okay, next from Dominic. Do any of the universities offer grant opportunities?
Grant opportunities for?
Maybe Dominic can
Any
answer.
any grant opportunities for applicants?
Hi, good evening or good morning from wherever you
Hello.
are.
Morning.
Hi, I just wanted
Sorry, you are muted.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I wanted to ask if there are any grant opportunities in the sense that applicants can apply for specific scholarship, like financial opportunities for outreach or educational outreach or anything that the school will offer, not necessarily for going to the school, but if there's other things that people can do in the community, are there grant opportunities like that at any of these colleges for community work?
Okay, I'll try to answer from my side first, and I think Zul perhaps can jump in as well. In terms of research, we do have research grants for certain universities, especially for Malaysian universities, IIUM, AIU. But usually we will give it to faculties, and the faculty will give it to individuals, especially their students, from through the supervisors. But other types of grants, specifically for social projects or extracurricular or social entrepreneurship, I would say we don't have traditional grants, but we do have a special program called Blended Social Finance, which is um, it's a it's a grant for NGO and social entrepreneurs to start businesses with 0% interest loan that Nama will give them. I mean that's one, but we don't have traditional grants to be given for ad hoc projects as of now. Yeah, maybe Zul have anything.
All right, thank you so much, Zaid. That is true. For the time being, for the traditional grant, we do not have it. One of the options that you may consider is a 0% interest-free loan. If you are located in Tanzania, you can reach out to Tanzania Education Development Trust, which is our subsidiary, which I have shared earlier.
Thank you. That was helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dominic, for the questions and also the answer from both our speakers. Next, we have from Andre. He asked, can I have suggestion? What is the nearest disciplines with geology and mining?
Not too sure, brother. Yeah. But if I were to guess, if it's engineering, perhaps it's mechanical or industrial engineering, perhaps. I mean, it's not really similar, but it's more hands-on, I think, as to what geology and mining is. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. You probably have to do your own research on that one. Yeah.
From Mr. Zaid's side, it is mechanical course, right?
Probably mechanical or yeah.
Yeah, you have to do your own research for
Yeah,
your
yeah. So sorry.
map road.
Very sorry. Yeah.
Maybe from Mr. Zul, you wanted to answer or not?
There are a few options, which I am not sure whether we are providing the scholarship for it or not. For example, like geological engineering, the mining engineering, the earth science, and petroleum engineering. These are all the engineering courses, but I'm not sure like, if KSU covers this,
It doesn't. We don't.
Mm.
We don't. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the answer. We will move to the next question from Faris. Assalamualaikum. At which university in Malaysia can we continue the late Sheikh Muhammad Naquib Al Atas struggles for the Islamization of contemporary knowledge with NAMA Scholarship? Thank you.
I would say for NAMA scholarship, we probably don't have anything specifically for Professor Syed Muhammad Nakib Alatas. But I would say if you're asking about which university in Malaysia that can continue, definitely it's UTM, Raja Zahir Sophia Cases of Center of Advanced Studies of Islam and Science, in UTM, University Technology Mara, Malaysia. So they definitely have a faculty there that actually focuses on the works of Professor Nakib Alatas. We don't have specific scholarship for that course, but Nama Foundation, if you are Indonesian, the one asking, for Indonesian, Tanzanian, Kyrgyzstan, Kenyan, as well as apa lagi Zola? I think yeah, these four countries, you can receive our revolving Cardul Hassan 0% interest loan scholarship. So you can apply to the university and you can get our funding for it, but you just have to pay back with no interest. You see? So you can still study in those institutions, but at a 0% interest loan scholarship at any university at your choice.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Zaid, for the answer. So I'm curious that this is related to the next question also. Is all the information related to the scholarships and yeah and stuff like that is could be found in the Namas Foundation or what?
I would say yes, can. Especially on our Instagram as well. Instagram and our
Okay.
website, you can find it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe one of you can type the platform, the media social of Nama Foundation.
Definitely.
If there's some participants have curiosity about Nama Foundation and the scholarship under the Nama Foundation.
Sure. Let me just.
Okay, that's great. Okay, next we have question from Ummu Afifa. Are there any scholarships available for a master's degree in biology education?
Master's degree in biology education. For now, for these two scholarships, we don't have, but we do actually even for mining and engineering, petroleum. we do have we do have certain partnerships with other universities in Malaysia, but it's not scholarship from NAMA. It's not full scholarship, it's partial scholarship. So yeah, perhaps you could try wait and follow on our Instagram. When we announce these ones, please do apply for them. But for now, we're focusing on these two full scholarship programs.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Okay, I think will be the last one from Chinedu Nwafar from Nigeria. In other words, anyone who is not from one of the mentioned countries cannot apply, right?
For Al-Bukhari, yes, but for King Saud University, it's for all nationalities. Yeah.
Okay, hope it answered your question, Chinedu Nwafar. Okay, is there anyone who wanted to ask? While we're waiting, maybe I wanted to ask for Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul, your impression about the participants here and the ambience here. Can you please share your maybe like impression or anything, your feelings about today's webinar?
Definitely. Maybe Zul, you want to go first?
All right, thank you so much, Zaid. Thank you so much, Zarani. I would feel that the participants, they are quite engaging to a certain extent. But the engagement oftentimes via the chat box rather than, speaking through the, like we are talking right now. I do understand. Some people might not be comfortable. However, just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Even if you were to suggest you to our scholarship partner, the interview in itself will be taking place similarly like this. So one of the key criteria is for us or the candidates to be able to communicate. And perhaps we can also share, Zaid, some of the experience that we had. Previously, we have sponsored a few students, but then the process might not be as tight, so the interview was quite loose. So they were struggling. And for us, we consider it as a wakaf, but it's such a shame for the student itself because the students or the candidates couldn't enjoy fully the experience being a student in the international university. So I think it's really important for the candidates to be open and to be a bit more jovial in a way. So yeah.
Yeah, and I would definitely echo what our head of program just mentioned, Zul Hilmi mentioned just now. I think you guys are really really engaging actually. In the chat, I see like a lot of messages. You guys are talking, yeah, ni. Even though I know one of the brothers here are asking about Japan Youth Summit invitation letter, but still you guys ask a lot of questions, and that's good because in the end, would probably give you 100 opportunities, and you should try to grab at least 50% of them, and probably only 10% of them would probably land on your feet, right? So you gotta really try to always push for it and grab any opportunities that you can get. And especially for undergraduate students, I think masters and postgraduate students are not much of a problem at this point. But for undergraduate students, you guys really have to be very proactive, very show the want in what the will that you want and to push for something, and be very active in wherever you are so that opportunities can come to you and actually create opportunities for yourself, right? But yeah, great event as always by YBB. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, thank you so much. I also happy that you guys enjoyed the whole session. Thank you so much, everyone. The participants who have already shared a lot of excitement today. And I think this is from the last question from Marhama. But I see Marhama opening your camera, and maybe you can directly ask your question. Can you? Or you, if you cannot, please confirm it in the chat room. Because I see you opening your camera, so I think it will be very nice if you talk directly. Yeah, can you open your mic and ask directly? If you can't, that's fine.
It's okay. Yeah.
I will read the question from Marhama. Is there an economic class, and what is the concentration for PhD?
For economics class, especially for Al-Bukhari, I think the closest to economics probably would be business management, masters in business management. For PhD, let me just quickly check. For Al-Bukhari, we have masters for now that are open in business management. PhD, yes, management and administration. Al-Bukhari is very small actually. They are the concentration is quite low. I think one supervisor probably only has 5 to 7, I think, supervisees. But for King Saud University, for PhD, they do not have economics. They don't have economics. Yeah, only Al-Bukhari probably has. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Is it answered your question, Marhama? Oh. Okay. Okay, I hope it answered your question. Okay. So, okay, I think we have another question here from Hopewell and Chinedu again. How about the postdoctoral opportunities, and how about the MSc Science and Environmental Science?
Environmental science, we don't masters in environmental science. No. As I showed just now, we already showed the list that we offer. You can refer back to the deck we'll share later of the courses that we offer, and these are only the courses that we offer in those universities for now, because this is one of our first years offering to go to Saudi Arabia, especially with King Saud. So we're going for a small amount of courses first, but inshallah one day. Masters in environmental science, for now we don't offer yet.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. And the question from Chinedu wrapped up our webinar today. I'm so sorry for those of you guys have another questions. Maybe you guys can ask directly through the Nama's Instagram.
Or email.
Can they ask it? Or email, yeah. Or email to the Nama Foundation. I'm so sorry we can't answer your questions, all of your questions, because to the limited time. Okay, once again, thank you so much, Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul, for giving a lot of insights about Nama Foundation and scholarship opportunities that Nama Foundation provided. Thank you so much, Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul. And also, thank you so much, everyone, all the participants here, for your active participations and questions for the whole session. Thank you so much, everyone. The recording will be uploaded in the Youth Break the Boundaries YouTube channel. Please wait for it. And I hope today's session has provided useful information and inspired many of you and explore opportunities to study abroad. And I want, before we end this session, I want to remind that the next program orientation, pre-orientation for the Japan Youth Summit will continue on March 28 after the Eid holiday, and the sessions will return to the regular schedule, which is every Saturday at 4 GMT plus 7. And also note, there will be no session for next week on the March 21st due to the Eid holiday. We look forward to seeing you again in the upcoming session. Once again, thank you so much for the Mr. Zaid and Mr. Zul. I'm Zarani, and I'm honored to have been your moderator. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Thank you, Zahrani.